As tensions rise across the globe, from Europe's strained borders to unpredictable powers in the East, the world edges closer to another chapter of conflict. For decades, the West has flexed its might through interventions and wars, but the list of now, as China and Russia expand their power, alliances fracture. The air is thick with uncertainty, with aggression once again becoming the default language of power. But perhaps it doesn't have to be, because something is shifting. Women, long seen as caretakers, listeners, stabilizers, are no longer silent observers. They are stepping forward, speaking louder, leading differently. And in a world desperate for fresh vision, that difference might be exactly what saves us. Where men often respond with dominance, women bring adaptability. Where ego blocks resolution, intuition opens new paths. Where fear fuels division, collaboration builds bridges. History has no shortage of courageous women, but history rarely handed them the microphone. Just look at them. Claudette Colvin, the teenager who refused to give up her seat before Rosa Parks. Irina Sendler, the Polish social worker who smuggled over 2,500 Jewish children out of the Warsaw Ghetto. Lema Gabawi, a Liberian mother who led a women's peace movement that helped end a brutal civil war. Sophie Scholl, a student who stood against the Nazis with only her voice and a stack of leaflets. The grandmothers of Plaza de Mayo, who stood in silence week after week, demanding answers for Argentina's disappeared. None of them held political office, none of them had armies, but they had courage, and that changed everything. Now that time has come. Not just for the young and the bold, but for the wise, the experienced, the women who've seen enough to know we cannot afford another era of war-first thinking. This is not about replacing men, it's about balancing the scale. It's about stepping into boardrooms, parliaments, negotiation tables, and yes, even onto front lines when needed. Because this moment is not just political, it's moral, it's human, and it's urgent. The world needs voices that speak with clarity, not ego, hands that build instead of break, leaders who are unafraid to rise, not to dominate, but to protect. This is a call to action, not to chaos, to courage, to wisdom, to women.